So first things first, we're gonna go over the problem. We're gonna read it over since you already saw it. And you guys are gonna tell me a little bit about story problems and I guess how to solve them and if you ever solved a story problem before. Cool? So you already read, Stefan, you already read the problem. You could read it out loud if you want for the whole class.
Okay, to celebrate their birthday, Sam and Susie brought 48 cupcakes to school. They gave one cupcake to each of their classmates that were at school. That day they had 19 cupcakes left over. How many cupcakes did they give away? Wait, the first thing,
Have left over.
the first thing is that we don't know how many classmates they have. Second of all, I don't know.
You don't know?
But the first of all, we don't even know how
We don't
many
know.
students are there.
Okay. Now, first things first though, have you guys ever solved a story problem before?
Yeah.
And what do you do when you solve a story problem?
Well, in my book, there's like this thing, the question. Then what I do is like I take a pink highlighter, highlight the question in pink, and then I make a title for it.
Okay.
And then for green, I take the numbers and I put them in green.
So you put the numbers in green. Does anybody have
It's like my solution.
any other strategies of how to solve a word problem? So I'm actually gonna write that down. So first things first, so you said we look at the numbers, right? And we look at the problem. So important numbers or all the numbers? Or how do you look at it?
All the numbers.
All the numbers? So look at all the numbers. And Catherine is your name, you said, right?
Yeah.
Look at all the numbers. Are there any other sort of strategies to solve a? Are you already solving it now? We're gonna get there in one moment. Yes, Catherine.
Read it
I
over
found out the
again.
answer.
Read it over again? Okay, so read over the problem again.
I found out the answer.
You one second, come on. Other than Katerina, does anybody else have any strategy of how to solve a word problem?
That's basically it.
That's it, so you read it over and you look at the numbers. So what are the important numbers? I'm actually gonna say
48 and 19.
And you have to bring your brain. You have to be smart.
48 and 19 are the two numbers.
And then there's one missing.
There's one missing. What do you mean by there's one missing?
I mean, because to solve this problem, you need one more number because Susie and Sam bought 48 cupcakes to the class, and there was nothing left over. But it doesn't say like how many kids were there
Okay.
to like say.
How many kids how many cupcakes that they gave you?
I know how much they gave.
So what we're gonna do is you guys could take 2 minutes, as long as you want actually, 5 minutes to solve the problem, and then we're gonna go over what you said, and then we're gonna see how that works with the numbers, and we're gonna go over your solutions. And we do have blocks to use. So if
Do you
have
guys know base 10 counters?
Yes.
So if you want, I made some. You can choose some colors.
I don't really care about what I
Yeah, you can use them if you want, if you don't need to.
If you don't need them, you don't need them, but they're there for you if you'd like them. They're just like little 1s and 10s, so you guys seem pretty good at math, so you might not, but you know.
Finished already? Okay, so we're gonna wait for everybody.
Well, we're gonna talk about how we all got to our answers and discuss it that way. But let's give Katerina, and sorry, what was your name again?
Because they Sam.
Raisha? That's such a beautiful name.
We'll talk about strategy after you guys can talk about it together. Try and solve it by yourself, right?
Sam and Susie brought 48.
Yeah, I understand where you're going, but it's like the problem doesn't say that they each brought 48. It just says that they both together.
Okay, well, minus 1 equals 47.
You can explain to me your strategy right after, so let everybody solve it first, and then you'll be able to explain it. Alright, just let you guys know, if you have anything to say, just raise your hand, like in class. And when you guys are done solving the problem, just give me a silent thumb or hands in the air, whatever you like. Or raise it. If raising your hand is simple, just raise your hand. How about that? We'll just keep it like that.
Or just go like that. So you're not like, go like this. If you're gonna raise your hand like that, if you're like that, people are gonna
So this is if you have a question. Okay, so Katarina said that if you have a question, you raise your hand, and if you're done the problem, you make a fist.
or whatever.
Or just put the pencil on the table.
Is that what you do at your school?
Yeah, just put the pencil on the table and yeah. But give me a silent thumbs up, just so I know, so you're not thinking. Exactly.
And if you have any questions, you can ask us also. We are here to help as
Yeah,
well.
we can help you guys if you need anything. Yeah.
Is this right?
Well, I'm not gonna tell you if the answer's right or not. We're gonna go over that in 1 second. If you need maybe help on clarification on the problem or on your numbers, then maybe I can help you on that. That'll help you with that. Right, you sure you said right? Are you done? You solved it?
Well, I have 2 answers.
You have 2 answers. You can explain to me why after.
No. No, I actually have 3.
You have 3 answers. Okay, so you can explain to me your 3 answers after.
You don't have 4 no.
If we give you 5 more minutes, will you have 10?
But you know what is right. That's why you took my answer.
Are you you're stealing everybody's answer?
No, show it to you.
Well, you know what? Part of what we're doing today
Yeah,
for
cover
us
answer.
is trying to learn how you guys think about answering the question.
Exactly, and how you guys solve the problem.
So the most useful thing for
It's like a
us
test.
is, well, it's not, it's more like a test for us than for you. Because we want to learn, how do each of you think? Because when we're teachers, something that we were talking about in our math class this week is everybody thinks differently, right?
Okay.
So you might answer the question one way, he might answer the question one way, I'd answer another way. We might all get the same answer, but as teachers, we need to be able to understand that even though we all did a different strategy and did a different process, that we still to understand how you understood the question.
Yeah, what's up the one? You tired?
Wait, what are we going to get?
What are you gonna get?
Yeah, what are we going to get?
No, nothing.
Oh, you only candy or something?
Yeah.
No.
You get our million thanks.
My question is, after, do you have an eraser?
Do you have an eraser? You should.
Spider-Man!
For what?
No, but it's 28.
Thank you.
You can explain why after.
Because it's 48 minus 1, I bet minus 19.
But why minus 1?
They
Yeah,
gave away one cupcake.
Yeah, to each of their friends.
So sorry, Katerina, are you still working on the problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna wait for Katerina.
You can draw us a nice picture on the background if you want.
Yeah, you could draw pictures, you can use the basic
Or you
blocks.
could, do you know what would be really helpful for us too? If you could draw a picture of how you solved the problem on your paper.
Or write what you did.
Or write what you
Alright,
did, sure.
that works too.
Either one, both of those would be really helpful for
A
us.
sentence? Isn't this like a sentence?
Exactly, it's a story problem, so you can write a sentence too.
Do we have to write the sentence?
Yeah, it'd be nice. It helps us. So if you can write a sentence, sorry?
Understand?
Yeah, exactly, it helps us to understand.
How can you guys be teachers if you guys don't understand?
Well, we're learning how to understand, that's why.
How do you understand if you don't know how to understand right now? Understand.
No.
You're like the Riddler.
What's going on is they're learning how to be a teacher.
No.
But we're doing the answer. They already know the answer.
No.
Katerina, did you solve it?
No.
No.
But
Okay, how about let's say 2 more minutes. Let's try and be quiet so Katerina can finish. You're up. 2 more minutes, you needed 2 seconds. Good job.
Is everybody okay?
I don't have time to write my sentence, but I can still.
No, you can write your sentence, take your time.
Do we have to write the sentence?
That'd be nice if you could write it, you know what, at the bottom, write it.
Why?
So that you can show us how you're thinking.
Wait.
And then you can go back to drawing it.
I'm wondering
characters.
if our answer that we gave on this paper is going to be the students.
What do you mean it's gonna be? Oh, I see what you're saying, okay. We'll talk about that right after.
I'm going to write 3.
I forgot what I was writing.
You ready to sentence, huh?
Yes.
I hate making C's. I make them the wrong way.
Oh, just means you need to practice. When I was in grade 3, I wrote all of my B's and D's backwards. And I had to go after school and get help. It was really, really hard for me for a long time. But now, I do it proper. I've had a good, 20 years of practicing.
Bro, 20 years?
Well,
Solution.
I might be a little bit older.
What does that say?
Solution.
No, 2.
2, yes. Solution 1, solution 2, and solution 3. We're gonna see how many solutions you guys have.
What about solution 4?
If we have a fourth, we might have a fourth, but we only need 3.
Okay.
If you guys all solve it differently, don't worry, we'll make space.
Yeah.
Just make a line.
Exactly.
It's cupcakes, not cookies.
It's okay, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's really okay, Mom.
Don't worry about the rating.
Don't worry about
Because
it.
anyways, you're going to need to speak it up.
Exactly.
You're right.
That's why I'm not writing.
Cupcake.
Oh, so you're not ready, so you're gonna speak it out?
I'm not shy.
Dot, dot, dot,
Nothing
dot,
to be
dot,
shy.
dot, 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 dot.
Just saying.
Okay, dot, 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 dot. Okay, now back to dying.
So Katerina,
I think we're moving to,
sorry?
Talaya.
Talaya.
And Raisha.
Raisha. Okay, Devon, you ready?
Yeah.
Paper over, please.
He's just drawing a man with
Drawing cartoons, drawing,
drawing test, I think.
Nope, not even close.
Devon, please put your paper over, cool. Raisha, you good?
She's not that. Not she is.
Okay, so we're gonna go over all your solutions. And Devon, you said you have 3? Well, actually, how about this? Who would like to start? We'll let Talaya start.
Yay!
Now watch out for it.
So first, wait, what am I explaining?
How you got your answer?
Oh, so first I did 48 minus 19.
You did 48 minus 19. Okay.
And I got the answer as 29.
You get to 29. So we make equals. And your equals is 29.
And then I
Also
said that.
before.
It's a 9, don't worry.
Oh, you mean that?
Yeah.
I'll change it up. Yes.
And then you said if there was 19 left over, then you know that the 29 was the cupcakes that they gave out.
So there's 19 cupcakes out there. Okay, so we'll go over the numbers. So 48 means what?
That how many cupcakes that they brought.
So 48 is the number that they brought. Those cupcakes they started with, right?
Gave each of their friends 1.
Pardon me?
They gave each of their friends 1. Minus 19.
What does your 19 mean? Does anybody know?
What?
How
Yes,
many there was left over?
So 19 is how many cupcakes there were left over. Does everybody agree?
Yeah, so you just subtract it to see
Yes.
how much, yeah.
So 19 is how many they had left over. Equals
Because I did something instead of mine.
over. And you said 29 is what?
The cupcakes that they gave out.
But I had my
29 is
minus
cupcakes.
one. I just did backwards.
Hashtag 1.
They
Hashtag 2.
gave.
Can I tell my solution?
Yes, you can in 1 second.
Hashtag 3.
So Talia, you're gonna explain to me how you got to 29. What did you do to get your numbers?
I just did 48 minus 19.
How'd you write it out? Actually, you wanna show me? You come up and we can write it down.
Or maybe at the bottom underneath.
Or at the
Or
bottom.
you could erase your
I'm too tall for
answer.
that. Can I do it over here?
Do it over here actually. We're gonna need to use that for right after. So you can erase mine. You can show me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by your hand. Just try to not write too big and then.
Yeah,
And it's 29. And how'd you minus it? How'd you get to 29? What did you do?
20. Did minus 8. You can't do that. So you have 3. Put 1 there. That becomes a 9. Do 2.
So you had 18 minus 9 to get to 9? And you had 3 minus 1 to get to 2, 29. Okay, so you just use a regular multiplication, subtraction algorithm. What kind of solution? Cool.
Okay, my solution.
You want to say your solution?
Mm,
Okay. First of all, before we move on, does everybody understand the solution? Does everybody
Yes.
understand why? Devon, do you understand why? Yeah. You're not paying attention. Do you understand the
do you
solution?
understand?
Can you say what Talia said? Can you say what Talia said?
All she just did was 48 minus 19, and then she got 29.
But how did she do it? Can you explain kind of her process?
Because they started with 48 cookies. They gave each to their friend, her friends, her and his friends.
Okay.
And they had 19 cookies left. So she just subtracted it, and she got her answer.
And why she crossed out the 40 to 3?
Because
What was
8
that
minus 9, because the bigger number has to be on top.
Bigger number has to be on top of you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Perfect. Solution number 2.
My solution.
Carry it first, then you can show me yours. Right.
Okay, what I basically did is, like, what I did, because it's 48 minus 19, and the reason why I got my answers because there was no student's number, so I was thinking the number that we had was going to be the student's number that they gave out all to the students, so that's basically 29. She still has leftovers.
So is it the same answer, or is it the same way that Talia solved the problem?
Oh,
Would you like to show me?
Are you recording us?
We are recording it.
Sort of, we're recording the board.
Well, recording what we were doing over here.
this was what I
All you
did
can see is
was,
just the
Shut
board.
off. Go.
like
Can I say hello?
4.
How about after?
Well,
So I want to make sure we can hear what Katerina's
it
saying.
was like minus, because the other reason I knew.
Write your number out. Show me kind of.
Okay. I did
Who's doing that?
48
Yeah.
minus 19.
Okay.
The other reason I just did because they're handing out and not taking, so they're handing out. So that's why it's a minus.
Okay.
And then with it, because 8 minus 9 can't do that.
Okay. So you kind of do what Talia was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so you have to cross, go to this,
Okay.
and there. Then you have to cross this one out,
Right.
and then you put a 1 there.
Okay.
And then you can't forget to put your 3,
Okay.
because you have the minus 1, so that comes a 3. And then
Now, where does 1 come from? Where does 1 mean? Do you guys know what 1 means?
1 means 10, because each number represents tens.
This is the 10s that you're saying, and this is the 1s, right?
Yeah.
So when you cross that out, it means you have 10, so this is 18 minus 9, because what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you say, Tamon? You said something about friendly neighbor?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
And then
They
18 minus
Hey,
9.
dude,
Give
can I
me 1
borrow
second.
your 1 for a second? Sure, but now I'm 3 years old. I like being 3 years old, man. Okay. Ding.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're taking the number away
Yeah.
from your neighbor, so you're borrowing, and then you're using that to take minus the number that's below it. Perfect.
So then, so you have to go 18 minus 9
What does that give you?
is 9.
Okay, write it down.
Then 3 minus 1
It is.
is 2.
Okay.
So it's 29
29 what?
tenths.
29 tens?
They gave out 29 cupcakes.
You get all 29 cupcakes.
Yeah.
So what does the 48 and 19 mean? Where are we going from this? What do these two numbers mean?
This means, well,
The
there's
40,
two-
the 48, just the 48 and the 19, the ones that are highlighted, what do they mean? That are underlined, excuse me.
Purple's really dark.
they represent
Purple
as,
is that.
you mean like they represent
Yeah, what do they exactly, what do they represent?
numbers?
They're numbers, but what do they represent? Can you read the problem out to me once more?
Subtraction.
No, numbers themselves, what do they
So
represent?
like what does the number
Cupcakes.
represent?
Cupcakes.
Mhm.
How do you know that?
Because it,
whole
because
big thing.
because in the thing it says they're celebrating their birthday, Sam and Susie, and they brought 48 cupcakes.
Okay,
That's one that represents the 48. to school.
You got, so this is the 48 that you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they went to school because they wanted to celebrate their birthday.
Okay.
And they gave one cupcake to each of their classmates.
Okay.
So everybody got one cupcake
Okay.
that were at school that day. So
And what's the 19 mean?
48 cupcakes that she had. 48 cupcakes that she had.
Okay. That you had at the beginning, right? That
Yeah.
started with. Because Talia and I said that these are the ones that she started with.
Yeah. And then that had
The 19.
19 cupcakes.
Is what?
There was leftovers
Okay.
because 48, because there was basically like
29 students.
29 students.
yeah, and cause that's one. Cause what we just figured out, we figured out that 48 minus 19 is 29, and there's no number of students, so there was 29 students.
Perfect.
So we would say it's 29 students.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Katerina. Who would like to go next?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do one more actually, because can we? Do we have enough time for one?
Yeah, well, I was just wondering, did everybody answer the question the same way, or
Yeah,
did
did
anybody
you all
do
solve it
something
like
a
this?
little bit different?
No, I did different.
You did
Like
different?
6 times, no, 3 times. No, 2 times.
Okay.
Yeah,
And wait, 1 second, Mom. And Rashida, did you do it?
Raisha, I think
Raisha.
she did it a little bit differently, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe, do you mind waiting just a second, and we'll see if we have enough time?
Okay, so
Well,
Rachel.
Because Raisha wrote, I'm saying it right, right?
Yeah, Risha.
She wrote something really interesting on her paper about how she solved the question. And I think that may be something
Perfect.
really,
Would you like to show us how you did it?
Risha, do you need your paper?
because I think the way you drew out the problem is a really interesting way for us to think about how to do it. Can I see your paper, Ron? I just want to see how you did it also. Sorry, because we know you guys have other things to do, and you know, when I
Yeah, we're
over
really
time.
fast.
It's called rec.
Sorry?
It's called rec.
Who's right?
Rec is like when you do a bunch of activities after your homework.
Okay.
What you do is basically is like you like have fun and then you go home, clean up and stuff.
Okay.
Wait, what? You go home and clean up your house?
Next Wednesday, are you guys gonna be here again?
No, we're not gonna
Well, you never know.
do it. Maybe, I don't know.
You never
If
know.
we could volunteer, maybe if we could help out.
Yeah, volunteer.
You mean
Guys
like
are
volunteers
awesome.
for downstairs?
Or even if you guys need help with homework or something, I really wouldn't mind doing that.
Because people have math, French, science, SFA.
What's SFA?
SFA is like where you have this, it's like a reading thing.
Okay.
And what you do of your reading thing
So, Vaughn,
48, okay.
can you tell me
is like where you have like,
which one of it, do you think
Um,
all of these are
the-
giving you the right answer, or is
um,
one giving you the right
how would I
answer?
explain it? Like what we do is like we do
We
like
have 3 choices.
team talk questions,
Okay.
76.
and they help you like
32.
Based on readings?
yeah, based on readings, like for example like so like for my homework today I had SFA and then I had to read the question, like read the whole thing.
Right.
And then what I had to do is underline who had the biggest dog, who gave
Oh,
who
okay.
the puppy, and
It's like reading comprehension is what we used to call it.
yeah.
When I was in elementary, we called it reading comprehension. So you look at it and you kind of have to, they give you questions based off what you're
Yeah,
reading.
it's like supporting,
Reading comprehension,
it's
right?
like supporting details.
For the details.
Yeah.
So, can you explain to us, Raisha, how you solved your problem? Because this is very interesting. Can you explain to first what this all means? How about that?
These means numbers.
Okay.
Like the long ones, there's 10.
Can you write that down so we can, everyone can see, you can see,
So you were saying there are tens,
in each stick.
okay, in each state, and then
how many sticks do you have?
I have 4 because it's 48.
Okay, and those 8 that are on the side?
Oh.
These are ones.
Okay.
So and there's 8 because in 48 there's 8 ones. So these are in here.
Oh yeah.
So I know what you did there.
And
Calorie, do you mind if we let her just explain? Sorry, thank you though for your help.
And then we have to circle 19. So there's 10 plus 1 equals 11 plus 8 equals 19.
Why did you circle that?
Because to know that this is 19, to represent 19, and the rest is the cupcakes that they gave away.
So these are the cupcakes that they gave away? Or these are the
Yes.
cupcakes that they gave away?
These
The ones that are colored in.
colored.
And what do these mean? The ones that are...
These are 19, and the number 19
means what?
means that we had to do 48 minus 19. So I circled that.
Okay. So 48 was your total?
Yes.
20... How much did you say? 28?
20 and 20 here.
Yeah, 28.
20, yes.
29?
And 29.
29 was how many you had that you gave away?
I gave away 9 and 29.
29 was how many you gave away?
Yes.
And 19 is how many you have left over?
And 19 is it's the leftovers.
It's the leftovers. And how do you know that?
Because it says that there were at school that they had 19 cupcakes.
Okay,
So
in the problem you need.
yes.
Perfect, thank you so much. So Jace is actually gonna come on down, she's gonna go over the solution. Sorry, to run you show us your solution after. And since we need to finish this off, and she's gonna go over so she's compared the 2 or the 3.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you guys so much.
Okay, so as Dan said, my part of our lesson is going to be comparing strategies. And Vaughn, I know you wanted to share your strategy, so I'm going to try and get you to come up and help me a little bit in the comparison. Does that sound okay?
Okay.
Okay. Katarina, you had a question?
Yes. For Raish's answer, I don't know how to explain it, but I'll show you what I mean.
Okay.
So like, I want to ask Raish's, what if this represents like the white, like the ones that are not cheated?
And these represent the tens, but the tens.
Well, how about this? What's the number?
So, okay, so let's maybe talk about this then. And maybe we'll figure this out when we answer these questions, okay?
Okay.
So, Katarina, do you mind sitting down? I'm gonna just ask Raisha, did you end up writing the same sort of equation that Talia, sorry, I knew I was gonna say it wrong. That Talia wrote and that Katarina wrote? Or did you end up counting this? How did you get your answer in the end?
Because I circled 19
Mm-hmm.
cupcakes because there were leftovers, and then I count the rest of the cupcakes.
Okay. How did you count? Did you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and count all the way to 29?
No, because 2 sticks
Mm-hmm.
represent them 10, so it makes 20.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go like this. So we have 1 stick and 2 stick. And you said that's 10 and another 10, and that makes how many?
20.
20, okay. And then what did you do?
And the rest, there's 9, So I did 20 plus 9 equals 29.
And how did you know that this was 9? Did you count it or did you see it?
I see it.
Okay, so you went 20 plus 9. And then that was how many?
That was 29.
29. Okay, so my question to everybody is this the same way as answering the question as here?
It's different, but it's right.
Okay.
It's right and different, but that one is plus, that one is minus, because that one is like, because she counted like 10 plus 10 equals 20, and then she added 9, so that would be 29, because like, you're going 10 plus, because 10 plus 10 is like usually 20, so she could do it that way, plus 9, because
Okay.
the last number has to be 9, so 29.
Okay, so what I understand you saying then is solution 2, which was your solution, you used a subtraction. I'm sorry. I have your name. Talea, sorry, I have it in my brain wrong now. Did Talea use subtraction as well? If you agree with me, can you give me a little silent thumbs up? Vaughn, do you think so too?
Yeah.
Did you look at that question?
Yeah.
All right. So in solution 2 and 1, you guys used subtraction. And Vaughn, could you tell me, how did Raisha solve the problem? Did she use subtraction?
She was both.
She used subtraction here? Do you see a subtraction sign? So what did she use?
Only addition.
So she used addition. So in solution 3, we used addition. Now, since Vaughn, you're going to be my special helper right now, right?
No.
Did we get the same answer in all 3 of the solutions? No.
Yes.
Yes.
In 2 though.
In 2 of them. Can you come up and I'm going to give you a chalk, you're going to show me. Circle our answer, please. Oh, sorry. Yep. It's over here, yeah. So are they the same?
No.
What's different about them?
This one's addition, but those are subtraction.
Okay, but is our final answer in the three solutions the same?
No. Yes.
Yes? Okay. So I have a tricky question for everybody. Tell me what you think. Can we use subtraction and addition to get the same answer then?
Yes.
I agree with you guys. Thank you so much. Do you want to have a seat? All right. So another thing that I think, actually I'm going to leave it for you guys. Is there anything else that's different other than using subtraction and addition, between solution 1, solution 2, and solution 3? Yeah.
In 1 and 2, me and Katarina, we used we did like numbers, but Raisha in solution 3, she used base 10 blocks to show her addition.
Okay. I agree with you. That's actually exactly what I was hoping you were going to say. Do you have another thing?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Well, me and Talia and I, what we did, we used the same strategy, and Raisha, what I mean is here, here is the solution 1 and 2 are the same, then the numbers are the same, but here it's different because of the tens, the 2 tens and 20 and the next 10.
You're right. Do you want to have a seat? I have another question for you. Does anybody know what it's called when we take a number and we make it into more numbers?
Addition?
Yes, that could be a word, but the word I'm thinking is, we use, at teacher school, we use the word decomposition. Have you ever heard that word?
Yes.
Okay, so for instance, another way we could draw what Raisha did is she knew she had 48, right?
Yeah.
And she broke it into 10, 20, 30, 40, and then what's this here? 8. So she went 10, 10, 10, 10, and then finally 8. Do you see this, how this goes with this?
Not really.
Okay, maybe, Raisha, would you mind if I just erase a little bit? Or actually, you don't have to erase on the top, that'll work better. So, what I wrote, I'm gonna rewrite it up top, and then tell me if that makes a little bit more sense. So we have our, what is this? So we have 48, we broke it into 10. 10, 10, sorry, right there, and 8. So we're gonna make this is our 8. So does what I wrote there, do you see it more now?
Yes, I knew what you were saying, but I just couldn't see what you were writing.
Okay, is this clear the way I wrote it here?
It's the same.
Like I know, but like, does it make more sense when I wrote it up above?
I mean, I understood it before, I just couldn't see what you were writing.
Yeah, okay.
So I understand.
I don't understand because like you're taking 2.
Yeah, just do it. Thanks.
So you're taking. Oh, I think I know what you're doing. Well, so like you're basically doing like you're taking a 4 out, that makes 10, plus another 4 makes 10, and then 8 with another 10, and then 8 again, another 10, and then 8.
I'm not sure what you mean. You're saying 4 and 10. So do you mean like the different arrows that I'm drawing?
Yeah.
Okay, so Raisha, do you see the numbers that I wrote? Is that what you meant when you drew your pictures? That because you wrote here 10 in each stick. So the reason, Katerina, that I wrote up here 10 is because Raisha told us that in each of these sticks there's 10. So I just wrote the number above so that we can see how we can break apart the number 48 into the units that Raisha used to answer the question. So here she had 10, 10, 10, 10, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So obviously then we talked about that she circled off the amount that she knew she had left, and that was the 19. But just as an understanding of how we can break apart the number 48, I just drew it above her drawings just to make it clearer. Yeah?
So basically you're saying, so you took the 48 cupcakes and you made it into smaller pieces until the number 8 to get Raisha's answer.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Because what I wanted to try and do to make it a little bit clearer how Raisha had solved the problem is to add some numbers to how she did it. So at first, she wrote her 10, or she did 10, 10, 10, 10, and 8. And then, the next thing that she did, that she told us she did, is she said, okay, how many do they have left over? And she took the 19. And that's what she drew, that's why she drew this circle, right? So these are the ones that she knew she had left over. But Raisha did something very smart when she knew what she needed to do, was to figure out that the answer wasn't looking for 19, because they gave us that number, right? So the question's not asking us to find the number 19. Raisha did the same thing you guys did, just a little bit differently, and she knew she needed to figure out what is left over. So she took away the 19, because we have our 48, and she took away the 19, and then she knew that this stick is 10, that's why she wrote 10 here, 10 here, and then she knew she had another 10, so she drew that here. And then she said 10 and 10 is 20, right? But she still had all of this left over. Now, Raisha must be very good at counting because she knew right away that this here, this was 9. And that's where she gets this number. So she took her 10 from here, put it here. Her 10 from here, put it here. Added those together to get the 20, and then took the 9 left over and added it to the 20, getting her final answer of 29. Same answer, but very different way of writing it out and figuring out the question than the way these two were done, right? Vaughn, do you have a question? All right. Does anyone have any more questions? Because I don't want you guys to miss your rec time.
I only care about
Oh, well, Okay. Well, Dan and I would really like to thank you guys. It's really been so helpful for us that you guys came and let us do this with you. We really, really appreciate it.
You guys want to say hi in front of the camera?
And yeah, if you want to come, you can come stand here for a second and say hi to the camera. That's all right.
Oh, that's cool. If you don't want to, you don't.
When I was your age.
You guys could wave and dance and do whatever you want for like the next 10 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your help.
Hi, my name is
Really
Tawana.
appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
That's awesome.